We've all experienced those moments when life doesn't go quite as planned, but sometimes that unexpected redirection leads us to an even greater path. This powerful theme is at the heart of a new film, A Carpenter's Prayer, and we're excited to be joined by its writer and director, Matt Webb. Matt, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks, Taylor. It's good to be here.
This film is inspired by a true story, so I would love to start out by having you tell us about these real-life events that inspired the creation of this film.
Yeah, so back in 1972-73, the pastor, who's one of the central figures of the story, he and his family were invited to try to bring 4 tiny rural churches together and under one roof and build a new church that could house all of them. He had been ping-ponging from church to church, and it was the churches weren't big enough to sustain a pastor on their own, but in coming together they could. In the process of doing this, they had zero money, and the day before they were supposed to start construction, the contractor had a heart attack, and so they weren't really sure what to do. They prayed, and out of nowhere came a carpenter, Glenn Frank, who was a washed-up country singer and struggling with addictions, and he volunteered to help. And they prayed about it and said, he must be a godsend, and it truly was. All of their lives were transformed.
Can you speak to the messages portrayed by the pastor and the carpenter?
Yeah, so Doyle the pastor and Glenn the carpenter are really unique individuals that they seem to be very different, coming from different backgrounds and different worlds, but in reality they're both really struggling with things in their lives where they need community and they need other people to come around and support them. Glenn is struggling with addiction, Doyle is struggling with mental health issues, and it's through coming together as a team and then the whole community coming together around them that both of them are able to find help and redemption and real love and hope.
Matt, this is not your first faith-based project. What draws you to these themes of faith and redemption?
You know, I wouldn't classify myself as a faith-based writer or director, but my Christian faith is so important to me that I think that it comes out in the stories that we tell. Not all of the stories are about pastors or churches or things that are strictly religious, but I think that life is about hope and about redemption and about taking broken things and mending them to be even stronger. And so I think that the hope that I find in Christ has been a central sort of element to the stories that I want to tell. So even if the stories never mention the name Jesus, that idea of love and hope and faith and community and redemption flows through the stories, all of them. And I'm hopeful that with this particular film, when people watch it, they'll walk away, whether they come with hesitation because it is sort of a faith-based film, or they come excited to see it. I hope that they walk away feeling hope.
Matt, I cannot wait to watch this film. Just the trailer itself, it's so beautifully done. And I feel like everything you just said, people will be able to see that in real time when watching this film. And I have to ask you, being both the writer and director, I'm sure that comes with challenges and rewarding factors of wearing both of those hats. Tell me a little bit about your process.
You know, one of the most wonderful things about being both a writer and director is that I don't on set have to go talk to the writer about changes. I have the ability in the moment to say, this is working, this is not working, we want to try to trim something here. And I know the story, the script so well that I'm able to go in and make those changes on the fly. And we had to do that many, many times. I'd say one of the biggest challenges is telling a true story. How do you both honor the people that are involved in this and honor the work as a film? Not every true story that you adapt to a movie, you can just make exactly true to life. Sometimes you have to make some changes in order to make it a movie. And I think that's probably one of the most challenging things is making sure that we can tell a story that's compelling as a great film, but really honors the people that we're telling the story about.
Well, we cannot wait to watch A Carpenter's Prayer. It is available in a multitude of different places, but acarpentersprayer.com is where you can go for more information and to find all the places you can view. Matt, I want to thank you so much, and congratulations on another beautiful film.
Oh, thanks, Taylor. It's a pleasure to be with you.
We're back in 2 minutes.